Hello there, guys, and good morning on a Saturday, the 18th of January 2020. And here with you on a Saturday with two of my children trashing my house. So literally, so what's going on with my teeth? It looks like there's little spaces coming in my teeth. Got something going on with my teeth, or it's the colouring of the things making my teeth look a bit. In fact, I do need a dentist actually, because my EDS is starting to corrode the bottom of my teeth. But anyway, Shiloh is busy like trying to kick the ball around the house. I've got in the background some Paw Patrol thing, if it's overhearing me. So let me know if you can hear over this. Hello there, Deborah, and hello, Claire. How are you all doing? So anyway, I'm getting ready for the 12th of February, which is the movement that started well, I didn't start. I was with the people with what was called LZ7, which is a group. And I was with King's Church in Preston in 2006. I went to a place called Creation Fest in Cornwall in 2007, 2008, 2009. And I was with a team called Hope for Justice. Hope for Justice were about trafficking, so modern day trafficking. And what I wanted after my life crashed into Aaron and Faith being taken, which there's lots of dots that could be connected to why this has happened to my family. I can 100% tell you I have two little beautiful boys here. I have been through social services here in Portsmouth. This is my third time around. And they've pretty much been around me since I've been here under circles of support and things as an EDS Asperger's mother, trying to deal with my trauma and housing and even being supported by government, because literally Dean and I came from Downing Street. Well, actually we came from Dean being released from prison. As you know, we left Downing Street, we got to Bristol, Dean got arrested, he got held on remand. I held the governor of Bristol prison in and had the police at me and demanded his prison number, because obviously I wasn't married to Dean, but I was at the time carrying his son, which is this one here. And this little one here is the reason that I left Downing Street in 2015. As many of you know, since 2007, getting involved with Hope for Justice, I have been a prolific campaigner for state child kidnapping. I went out in the media in 2010 for a reason. Me and the sports BBC producer, I was dating his brother David, who ran Jewelers at the time. We're discussing bringing Jimmy Savile back. He said it couldn't be done. I said, trust me, it can. Bring it back under the false pretenses of dreams that never got fixed, sort of say. So anyway, they brought Jimmy Savile back under a programme which was actually done by my current boyfriend back then, which was David Jones Jewelries. He was a bit older than me at the time, but his brother was a producer for the sports for the BBC at the time. And we had quite a lot of conversations back then. And obviously I talk prolifically, constantly about trafficking. I don't stop. It's inbred into me. This is even prior to Aaron and Faith being taken. And the reason being, I've known many people who, when we were at university, came from other countries, and when people used to be really racist about them, I used to say, have you heard their stories? When I was an escort, one of my clients was a doctor, and he was actually the prince of, this is getting a bit deep now, but he was the prince of someone in his country, like Iraq or something like that. And he had to advocate to Great Britain because his engaged missus had had an affair, as it happens in the UK. But they take their vows very seriously in other countries. And for her to have an affair, that would mean that she would publicly have to have her head cut off and her hands. So he decided to tell his father that he had had the affair, and he just left and came over here and became a doctor. We read lots of stuff in our UK papers. Don't forget, for people, I'm over here in the UK. I'm currently residing in... Do you want to see Johnny Five outside my window? You see how fucking annoying it is? My blind's fallen down, so you can see why I keep a blind up now. Do you want to see Johnny Five outside my window? Can you see? I don't know if you can see. So if you can see my window, can you see the camera? I don't know if you can see. That's good, Johnny Five. When I leave here, I'm going to put eyelashes and big lips on everything on this fucking camera. Excuse my French. Have to sort my language out. My language is absolutely atrocious. And I've become very, very, very with my language, and I should bow my head in shame because of the way that I swear around my children. Yeah, you tell me. If mummy swears, what do you say? You say you don't. There's no swearing. So anyway, can you stop pulling my top up, please? For those who don't know, I'm still ninning feeding a 3-year-old. Not by choice, I have to say. I don't particularly get... It annoys me. He's too old. But for those that don't know, Elijah was taken from the breast at the age of... Oh shit, I can't remember how old he was now. But 2 years ago, I was starting to dry out and I was just introducing milk, which was why I'd gone to the shop to get milk that day, because I didn't know whether or not he'd get enough from me that night, and I wanted to get some milk just in case. And so because he was taken directly off the breast, my mum had a go at me. He was like, he's got no routine, blah, 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 blah. But obviously he was a breastfed child. So as soon as Shiloh was born and he realised Shiloh was on the breast, I have never seen a child physically drag a baby off the breast to say, no, this was mine before and I am taking it back. And he hasn't stopped since. So, and we know that Elijah has trauma from what's happened, because when we went to Victoria's, bless his cotton socks, Elijah decided to do a run from the police. Try having a field of police running around looking for a 2-year-old, well, 3 but 2, who is actually running from the people trying to find him. And actually Elijah found comfort and base with one of our local alcoholic crackheads. And they find
Why are you
him.
laughing like that? Why are you laughing like that?
Because you're wonderful. Bless his cotton socks. But he did. And it was very traumatic for me. The police helped me, assisted me until we found him. But I stood with the security guy that was staying with Shiloh. I mean, literally, Elijah was right next to me, and 2 police officers started walking towards us. I turned around and he was gone.
Wait, why are you laughing again?
Gone. Now, luckily, we were at a perimetered festival, so everything was sort of concealed, but we were down at the VIP bit, so we were where it then crossed to go straight to the sea, and I'm like this, thinking like it's a road and my son's straight in that sea. We were like right where Mozzarella Joe's were, so we can go straight to the sea. And he did. He absolutely bolted, and every time he went, like a police officer, a yellow jacket. I can remember when I got my dog Max, I could tell that Max had trauma, and I'd got him from the RSPCA, and I realised he was triggered off by yellow jackets. If he saw a yellow jacket, he would go mental, and it was because he was picked up by the RSPCA and the police, and they had obviously taken him, and he had been aggressive. We got a problem in this country that people in this multi-agency are being trained. Thank you, Shiloh. Shiloh, excuse me. Like, dude. Shiloh. Excuse me, look at me, please. Shiloh. Thank you. Can you not do that, please? No, thank you. So, all right, take that for example. Shiloh's just thrown some of my coasters across the floor. Discipline. How do we discipline a society? How do we discipline our children? How do we discipline our partners, wives, husbands? How do parents discipline their adult children? How do we install discipline? What does discipline mean? Let's have a look exactly what discipline means. What does discipline mean? Let's go to good old fucking Google, excuse my French. Don't forget, if you want to save the oceans, then change over to, I can't remember what it's called, Ocean something, and they can clear the plastics out of the river. I'll post a link down to it. For no affiliation, no credit, just support our fishes and the oceans, because it's what helps us planet circle. So anyway, what does self mean? Get out Google. Oh, I spelt it wrong. So, self-discipline, the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weakness. So, what does it mean to be self-disciplined? I hope you can hear me over the telly. So, self-discipline, uncomfortable noun. Self-discipline is the ability to control yourself, to be making yourself work hard or behave in a particular way without needing anyone else to tell you what to do. So what do you do when we, the British people, we, the human beings, male, female, penis, vagina, simple, fact, designed that way, everything else is mental health. Throw eggs at me, I don't care, but if you hit my children, I'm going to fucking nut you, as simple as that. So, in order to be self-governed and self-disciplined, we have to have particular skills and tools to be able to do so. We need to be able to put roots down somewhere. So us, the human being, needs shelter from the rain. Our skin is waterproof, but we wear clothes. Those clothes get wet, therefore, and we want to rest. So we need a place to rest, which means we need to be able to go on land, be able to sit down without being moved by somebody going, get off my land. So whose land is it? Who owns it? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's happened? You need to explain with words. What are you doing? What are you trying to tell me? Do you need a wee wee? You want a wee wee? Are you stuck? What have you done? Oh my goodness! Come here, lovely. What have you done? Get your foot out. Ready for action, Ryder, sir. Thanks for coming so quickly. Oh, cheers for that, dude. You've broken your little chair. Oh, he's got his foot stuck in a bit. Seriously, he's trying to skateboard off the chair. Look. They're like, I've had to put all of the ironing all around the chair and everything because they're like going over the back of this chair with the skateboard and everything. It's really nice outside, but it's freaking freezing. And for somebody like me, with what's going on with the back of my neck and everything, it's like eating ice cream when you've got toothache, and it hits me so hard that it's crazy. So anyway, I'm on End It website at the moment, and everything that I'm going to order is going to cost me about, what have I got my bill at the moment, $85. So I'm wondering whether to campaign up under the original stand that I stood under to remind people that I've been here for a long time with a movement that exists for a long time. But since Aaron and Faith has been taken, obviously the Red X that was created was part, if you have a look at LZ7, we've got number 7 in the charts with this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. to campaign for trafficking. I love you too.
I can see you out the window.
You can see out the window, can you? Can you see Johnny 5? Is Johnny 5 even on, do you reckon? Seriously, council have a right laugh with me when I'm out collecting my dimps because I stick my fingers up at the cameras every time I do. Oh, seriously. Anyway, John, my manager, his manager, their manager, but he's my manager. He works for Portsmouth Council, so therefore he is currently managing my managed move. I'm moving, guys! We got the move. They've already moved my car pass over. So I have a feeling I know where we're getting moved to, but he did say I'm only temporary moving your car to help you. So my car is currently hidden behind the back of the garages somewhere. It's a bit fucking annoying because we went to Asda last night and I had to drop Jamie, who's my chef, back here, and with all the shopping and the kids and the car seats, because I got to my car that's been static for ages, parked up on the grass. So yesterday, John came round. He said, Kelly, I've got some bad news for you. He said, there's a ticket on your car. It's not a parking ticket. It is a notice that they are lifting your car this afternoon because we are now going to change that area into what you are holding and standing it for. We'll discuss this later. So anyway, he said, you got until this afternoon. And I start crying and I said, John, why won't you just fuckers just give me a car pass? I usually have a disability badge anyway. Why don't you just let me have my enabled badge now? So anyway, I'm trying to get disabled badge, enabled badge, because not everybody's sitting in a wheelchair, and actually it's about enabling people, isn't it? It's not about pointing fingers and going, you know, you're disabled. It's about going, this person has been enabled. They've come through government and their lives are now better because we're getting the help that assists them. Like I said, Stephen Hawkins was enabled, he wasn't disabled. So we, the British people, need to get our shit together, because there's a lot of people who are living disabled that are an asset to society, and they're being down oppressed because of the labels that they're given. And we all know that when we apply for a job, if we say we're dyslexic, they're meant to make reasonable adjustments. They're meant to legally go, well, okay, then you're dyslexic, that means you're gift zone. You want a wee? I might lose signal if I take him for a wee. So I let you guys have a look in the mirror and tell me what you hate about yourself and you want to change.
I can't believe it! I did it! I stuck the landing! Hooray! Congratulations, Chief! Who's next? I'm ready, Ryder. Let's take to the sky.
If I'm just having a wee, if you could look in the mirror right now and see your reflection, just ask yourself, do you love or hate yourself? And if you can't say that you love yourself, then join me on the 14th of February. 2 secs.
I nailed it! Way to go, guys!
Yay, well done, big boy! We was in the party. Well done, you. So yes, 14th of February, coming soon. Not going to be putting anything else about that. That's going to be about self-love. But right now, up until the 13th of February, my whole social media is going to be expanding further than just state trafficking. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to put a proper warning notice up, which I will do as I head into it. We're on the 18th now. So literally, I've got to go and try and get all of the prep done, because I want our Red X to come in the bill with modern day slavery and trafficking, because what is going on, and this is why I've always got you guys to try and Red X up with me. So we're going to go on the 12th with the End It movement, and we're going to push. So I'm asking people to support the End It movement. The work they do is amazing. I haven't checked out who is sitting and who is doodaring. And I always find with people that are involved in movements is sometimes you've got to be really careful, because the person heading and leading it is sometimes the person that actually you need to take the fucking masks off these people and fucking expose them. A lot of you will know I get a lot of this actual accusation because I'm the head of a movement. Everybody wants to come at the head of the movement and find out where their integrity is coming from, where their drive comes from, motivations come from. I'm not a paedophile. Dean actually put it out there for a reason, to bring some stuff in. Don't ever think that Dean isn't by my side. Of course he is. You really, really, really think he's going to put me out to dry when I'm his boy's mother. Dean's a very, very, very clever man. Always watch this space with Dean. When you think he's going to do one thing, he goes in another way. All the people that have trolled him, he's not a 9-to-5er people. You know, at the end of the day, you know, he's Black Bloc, he's love activist, he's Spiral Tribe, he's Reclaim the Streets, he's he's been involved in this way before me. Dean has been on the streets since he was 13 years old, ran away from foster care back and forth, and has remained on the underground other than coming in families, kids, since he was 16, 17 years old. Has been off the grid all of his life, pretty much, apart from when, you know, obviously he was doing normal DJing and sustaining a family for a short period of time. As you know, his daughter is a very well-known model actor. You know, she's a CBBS, like children's actor, model. Very beautiful kids, but he's been going through parent alienation. As people will connect the dots soon. You know, other stuff, you have to read it in Dean's book. I can't really discuss much more really, but you know, at the end of the day, Dean knows personally himself how children are sexually abused in care homes. He sort of sometimes talks about it when he's come on live, but he tends to take his live down, and he deals with his own trauma at his own pace in his own way. Most people around Dean don't know this, don't know the story. It's only because Dean came on our platform in 2015 and MC'd. I think my bamboozler has gone down. I'm hoping Cornell or David or someone might have a video, because I need it to come out really, because Dean actually does talk about his story briefly on there. So last matter on that, fact is fact. He might have jumped out the window of the care homes, but the other lads still got raped. One of them is no longer here. So fact is fact. Children are being sexually abused in care homes. Fact is fact. Children are being abused by social workers. Fact is fact. Children are being abused by foster carers. Fact is fact. Children are being abused by adoptives. Fact is fact. Children are being abused by teachers. Fact is fact. Children are being abused by doctors. Fact is fact. Children are being abused by service providers. Fact is fact. And children are being abused in their own families by their own dads and mums. Fact is fact. Fact is fact. And it has to stop. It has to come to an end. And it's ridiculous. We have to be teaching sexual boundaries to children from the moment we are taking them out of the womb, and they are having their vaginas and penises cleaned at the same way they are having their heads and ears cleaned. And they have to be protected, because children shouldn't be coming out from their mother's womb and passed around so many hands in the first place. They should be remaining with the mother. Any person that wants to be checking the baby can do so, but it comes from the mother's wombs. Children have to remain with mother. Father comes in as protector. Penguins, prior to that, mothers go out to collect while fathers harvest, but they are created in the mother's womb. I'm sorry, men, I know that you try all these experiments and you're doing everything that you can to try to see whether or not a man can create a baby, but you just fucking can't. You can't take it away from us. You can try, you can try, you can try. You can create all of these children in tubes. You can create all of these babies in these things that you are doing in these illegal factory places where you are creating human embryos illegally with people's doodah things that they're taking, and this is mental, crazy and mad. Fact is truth, it is going on. Fact is truth, it is going on that body organs are harvested illegally for price. Fact is fact that babies are being taken to paedophile fucking parties, etc., to be sitting and riding on the penis of a cock of a grown human man and to be penetrating a grown human woman. This is babies, this is children, this is toddlers, this is any person under the age of fucking 18, even 15. We have to be uproared about 15-year-olds having fucking sex. Why are we normalizing it? Why are we allowing it? Just because we don't want to accept that what we were going through wasn't right. We were not meant to be having sex at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Fact is fact. Why? The law is to protect us. We do not know what we are doing. Our bodies have to be protected, and our parents are meant to be the ones teaching us about true, real love, self-love, marriage. Fact is fact. Everything else is mental health. Everything else is being a whore and a fucking dog. Everything else is breeding children out of hate. Everything else is bringing children into a world that are being destroyed. Children who are not wanted, children who are abandoned, and children who are unloved by parents who will not take responsibility for the fact that they just want to fuck about with their dicks entering penises and don't want to accept the consequences that actually it's so you can get pregnant, to create a baby, to bring them into the world, to love and care for and thrive. You want these shorts on? Yeah? You want to put some shorts on? Yeah? Cute. You want to put some shorts on, don't you? You're doing really, really well with your potty training, aren't you?
Yeah.
So even now, my son has decided he wants some shorts on. He has got a long gown on. I'd already put some shorts on prior to going live. We have to thank government for even actually introducing the fact that there is a line between child and adult, that we understand the cognitive growth of a child and adult. We understand the anatomy. We know that an adult penis entering into a child is most people's minds can't go there. I struggle having to think about this stuff. But it doesn't mean we can turn a blind eye to it. It doesn't mean that we can say it's not our child. It's not happened to ours. It doesn't matter. The effects of the children that have gone through it are causing troubles in schools to those that aren't affected. So is it not better to support and help a child who's going through this and been through this? Because they have a right to the same freedom that all our children have a right to, and no child deserves to be taken against their will, unwilling, in a place where they're scared to shit. Like the young girl that we've all been talking about in the press, who was fucked by 50 men.
Excellent. Are you ready to find your matching pink car? Oh yeah, this pupp's gotta fly. Let's do it.
And that's just in one seat. That's just in one parting of her legs. That's just in one lay down.
No, that's not the color pink.
So how long are we going to let this carry on? How long are we going to continue to allow for the innocence?
Great job, guys. Please go.
It snips the card now. Oh, this is another piece card.
Touch my children and kill you. Simple. And this is the attitude that us parents should be standing by. We've got a policing system here that is meant to be protecting. I am a child who reported sexual abuse. The police believe me. But they didn't do anything about it because I was safe from it at that particular point. Then I'm labelled the liar and attention seeker. Case closed, gone. From that day, people have
card
Is
the
it still
color
there?
green, the Frosty color.
How about this card?